Hey guys, how you doing? This is Chris.
And I'm Angela.
And you are in tuned with the Spice Life.
Alive. Hello, everybody.
How's everybody doing? Everybody good? How you doing, Angela?
I'm doing pretty good. First, let me get some housekeeping underway.
Clean up.
Go ahead. Click that like and subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us, please, and thank you for those.
For all you looky-loos out there.
Yeah. Oh, as Chris would say, he said in the past, we'll wait till you stop. If you're listening on audio, we'll wait till. I'm just kidding. We'll give you a moment.
Moment of silence.
All right. So we're on Facebook. So go ahead, join us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and those links are also in the description below. So, and also visit us on our website. We're at www.spiceohlife.com.
Very good.
Thank you.
So we had a lot going on. I don't think we had an episode last week. I'm not sure.
I think we haven't had an episode in the past 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we had a lot because we had a lot going on. But we have good news. And it's a part of improvement in health and where we are.
Yes.
And I'm excited to talk about it. I'll let you kind of get some, because you're usually pretty good with keeping stats and information.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to mess that up. So what you got?
All right. So as we promised before,
Part of the journey.
Christopher and our whole family is on our health journey. We were trying to lose weight, get this weight down, get our health back in check. So we've been on this journey since January the 15th. Can you believe it? January the 15th. And the last time we gave you guys stats, I think we were down to, 13 pounds. I forgot how much I said that I lost. But what we want to do is kind of give you, bring you guys up to date, up to speed and what's going on. In fact, in this point, we're February. Now we're in March. We're March.
March, keep it in step. March, keep it in step.
Oh, March the 3rd. Wow. Time is going by so quick, guys. So, basically, that first week, I can kind of give you a rundown of the week. The first
review
week,
of the preview.
Yeah, the preview of the preview.
Review of the preview.
Review. Yeah, review of the preview.
That's right, y'all. Preview of the preview, y'all.
Oh my goodness. All right. So that first week, we started January 15th. Christopher and I lost 7 pounds. He lost 7 pounds. All right. Second week, that's what I don't know. And that's what I'm looking for. Sorry about this. I got all this stuff.
Yeah, we got it on like a data thing.
Yeah. So let me, what's funny
I can tell you this, guys. So even though while she's doing that, even though we haven't been able to do a last week update, we've been working hard at trying to figure out the best ways to continue to healthily, in a healthy way, lose weight. Or not so much say focus on, it's about minimizing the overweight. And it's like we had too much fat. So we're trying to balance out, fat with normal tones of muscle, not trying to look like the Incredible Hulk or anything.
Yes.
But trying to find a good balance with that. And in the process of that, we figured we were probably going to lose some weight, which is what's happening. Mm-hmm. At some point, we're going to balance out. My goal was what I used to be back in, back in the day, around the 180, 170, 180 area. And Angela's, I think, around the 140, something around there. Anyway.
Well, you talking about goal weight?
Well,
I don't like giving out my goal weight.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
really
it doesn't even
talk
matter
about my weight, guys.
Yes, I don't know. But my point is,
Christopher can talk about his.
My point is, whatever our goals are, trying to get there, but do it as healthy as possible. That's what we've been doing. Yeah. Some people use different styles: Mediterranean, Southeastern, keto. a lot of fasting, intermittent fasting, and well, eating one time a day. So we kind of had different styles. We mixed a little bit, and what's worked for us is trying to be consistent with walking, having workouts, light workouts. It can be push-ups, sit-ups, working with light weights, and having sets, working with certain sets. So some people try to just do like, hey, I'm gonna do 100, and some people say, hey, I'm gonna do 5 or 6 sets of 20, and then you work the arms and in this area, and then you do some sit ups or push ups, or you use some people like we didn't use them, but some people use the overhand weights, and we haven't done that. So there's a combination, but we did a lot of those things, and then of course we walked pretty much every day. Even some days when it was raining, we walked. You may or may not see video footage of that, but we definitely got the footage because we pretty much record every day that we try to get out there
Yeah,
and
because
walk.
that was
So
one time
you found
recently.
it.
Yeah, I'm having to go
So
through my cloud drive for it,
what?
but
So
yeah.
so what I'm saying is that just find ways that's comfortable for you. Find find a place where you know you. Hey, I got to do this, and then sometimes you may have to push yourself. And if you're real with yourself, or we real with ourselves, most people, it is very few rare. You got it. There's very few rare amount of people that just always on 100, and they don't need a lot of motivation. They don't let themselves get down, and they can just do it.
Right.
But everybody's not built like that. And so when you have those low spots, recognize them and then say, okay, I got to find a way to deal with that. But anyway, what's the numbers?
Yeah, so that first week we lost 7 pounds. All right. So the second week, week 2, we lost 1 pound. But we was not, I mean, we both lost 1 pound each. So
Nice.
we went like, oh man, just that 1 pound. We realized 1 pound that was, I mean, considering lost 7 pounds the week before,
Right.
that 1 pound was good. So that was a total of 8 pounds
Right.
lost. So that was week 2. So week 3, Chris lost 3 pounds, and then I lost an additional 5 pounds. So his total of loss for week 3 was 11 pounds. Mine was 13 pounds. All right. So week 4, week 4, we both did good. He lost 5 pounds. He lost a total of 16 pounds. Week 4, I lost 5 pounds. I lost a total of 18 pounds. Now, y'all see why I needed to find this information because it's hard. All right. So there really wasn't
And that's the total so far. It's not that total
right.
that week. So this is accumulated.
So I don't have a list for week 5, but let me explain week 5 because it's interesting.
Let me tell you
5.
something.
All right, let me tell you something.
Okay.
All right, so week 5, I gained. I started to gain. I'm gonna go into that later. But Christopher lost a pound. His total loss came to 17 pounds. My total loss because it was 15. So basically, what happened? I was following everything as and I'm gonna tell you, week 5 is in the past. That was last month. So I'm gonna tell you what happened because this can be a source of inspiration or encouragement for all. Christopher did awesome. He had a total of 17 pounds lost for week 5, and when I gained the 3 pounds, I'm like, what is going on? I I still have ketosis in my system. I followed everything the way I should have. Like, what's wrong? I was becoming discouraged. I was beginning to talk myself into discouragement. But let me tell you what happened even after I got on that scale with the 3 pounds. I got on again a few days later because I'm like, this can't be right. How can I gain 3 pounds? Then I gained another 2 pounds, total 5 pounds gained. So I'm like, what is happening? So what I did, I started doing some research because I said this can't be right, and I was I was really very like talking really good about keto, and I'm like, what's going on? Is my body fighting against me? I didn't know what was going on. Chris, I was talking to you about it, but one thing that he encouraged me to continue on to do, what I was doing. It's something that had been answered for. So as I was looking up information, And some of the things that I looked at, and this is from Fasting Like a Girl information, is because I was looking up stuff for perimenopause. I thought about that. So maybe something's going on with my hormones that, or do I have to go to the doctor and get checked out? Because 5 pounds within a week is ludicrous. Excuse my French. It's ludicrous, not French.
Like the rapper,
Sorry.
that man named
This
Ludacris.
is crazy. I'm doing everything I should have in my books. So basically, from what I was saw in regards to menopause and things that happen before your menstrual cycle and the hormones that come into play was exactly what was going on with me. So I was discouraged because I'm like, all this work, how can I put on 5 pounds week 5? So basically, I was like, you know what? This doesn't make any sense. I think my body is doing its thing. Let me stay off the scale. I'm going to stay off for at least 2 weeks until after my cycle, after the pre-cycle, that things happen in pre-cycle hormonally, also during your cycle. So I just stayed off the scale for 2 weeks. So when I got back on the scale, and we're talking about was that week, talking about 2 weeks later, so 7 weeks. So we enter in seven. This is week 7. The weight's gone, and plus I lost. So I'm at a today, and we're gonna talk about Christopher too. I lost a total of 20 pounds. So more to the story, my ladies that are going through any type of
Oh,
changes,
my leg.
any type of hormone stuff, let your body just do what it has to do. I don't know what it did, but I do think my hormones held on to some water weight or something. It held on to something until that cycle was over. I guess it wanted to, okay, she's doing something, but let me grab on to this, make sure I got what I need for whatever I have to do this month. Then after it's done, then I release it out. And that's what happened with me. So if I think about this, if I had just went with my just emotion and just gave up, I wouldn't be here telling you guys today that I lost a total of 20 pounds. I would be in a different state of mind. I wouldn't be, I wouldn't,
Sorry if
I
I'm
would,
distracting you. Just trying to get something on my nail.
okay. All right. I wouldn't be here telling you good news about myself. So, Christopher, how much weight did you lose total?
You told me it was 20 something.
All
22.
right. So,
I
Christopher
don't have it
lost a
in front
total
of
of
me.
23 pounds.
23.
Now, I don't know. I can't tell you between the time, from last time to now, but our total weight loss today, he's 23 pounds and I lost 20 pounds. So, I wanted to just tell you guys that so that those that are experiencing stuff like that and get so heartbroken because it's like you're doing all that you want, you're doing all that you're supposed to do, and then you feel like it's a big setback. So, you know, let's let's wait, always wait it out, look up some information, seeing what's going on. You may have to go to get checked out by a physician. Some of us have to, but I just want to give you my experience and let you know what happened with me because I was following what I normally would do, what, and now in this, I would say, in this stage of my life, being in perimenopause, I'm not in menopause yet, but having these different hormones come and, invade me, we'll say that, because they come and invade you, do what it's got to do, and it is gone. It is very disheartening, but just know that that is just a stage in your life, or a stage that the body has, a process the body has to go to. Just like me, I said, I'll stay off the scale. There's no need to even get on the scale during those times because your body's going to do what it's going to do, regardless.
Yeah. Yep. The body's going to do it regardless.
So let's talk about you. I think that it'll be beneficial to know some of the things that help you because 23 pounds is good. You got to think about we've been doing this for 7 weeks. We got one more week on keto because we said we was going to do it for 2 months. We got one more week left. So what's been beneficial and helpful for you?
Yeah, so we can have a conversation about it. I know that it was the fast, some of the fast we did. I think that was a big part of it. And in fact, I'm surprised. Like I expected to be here further down the road. So I'm at in the 280s. I'll just say that. I'm not going to have the exact thing. Not two, I don't know.
No,
You
not
mean,
two.
you know, I mean 180.
One.
I mean, oh, guys, y'all know I'm not that big. That would be a line, offensive lineman or something. I'm in the two and the 180s. So I didn't think I was going to be there until later, but I'm here now. And so when that happened, of course, I told Angela, it's like, okay, I'm going for trying to get into the 70s by that goal, that mid March area. And I believe I can do it. I am going to try to work on the toning part a little more. But I think a big part of it, and Angela, you can tell me your thoughts on this, or maybe tell me what you saw, is walking and fasting more so than how much I eat or didn't eat. Now I do eat slower. I used to eat fast. I've been eating fast all my life, like eating like I'm in, like I got somewhere to go, like like my life depend on it. But have you experienced the same thing, or was it something slightly different besides the challenges that you spoke about?
Well, I would say I know we're doing like a very ultra low carb for 2 months, but I have to say that the ketones has helped me because I'm dealing with being, certain age in life or stage in life, it has helped me. But also the fasting I think has helped because we
Yeah,
told you guys if you
same
haven't
thing.
seen any of the previous episodes, go back and we'll talk about the benefits of fasting. But those have helped big time in the health and the renewal. I felt the renewal of certain things in my body that I was like, oh man, I haven't felt this way in a while. I feel pretty good. Also another thing is, with sickness, I was like, before I we started this, before we started our health journey, I had COVID. Uh, or wait, I should say the C word. I had vid, CVID. We'll say CVID because I don't know. Sometimes I hear people do a abbreviation of the word. Maybe they're trying to. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I had that, but I got over it. Things were good, but then too we got a little brief. That's why you guys haven't really saw much of us because we were busy. On top of that, we experienced another family member with the C word. So which we're still going through that now. They're still recuperating from it, which they're good. But in regards to that, it's good that we fasted because I think that it helped boost our immune system, our bodies and stuff. So how do I feel? I feel pretty good. I definitely think the fasting helped me. Definitely think the combination of starting the ketosis, the keto diet first, because it helped me with my it helped me to make what do you call it, manage my cravings. Cause I was a big sweet tooth. I wanted the sweets and fries, the French fries. I can sit here and name y'all the things that I was eating. We were eating that was that was really good. That it was hard for me to break away from, but doing a drastic diet change helped. So, and like Chris mentioned before, he mentioned some of the things that we're going to do, we've been doing as far as exercising, which I think is very pertinent, is making sure that your fitness level is good. Make sure that you are out there. We're out there walking. Not only walking, but we've incorporated some weights, doing the weights as well, the strength training. So, and I'm looking forward to continuing that as well.
Okay, well, that's good. I found that the walks definitely. The further we walk, the better it is.
Mm-hmm.
When we walk shorter, doesn't it seemed like I don't know, when we walk longer miles, more miles, I can definitely tell a difference in how I feel. When we did the fast, if you
Mm-hmm.
remember, Angela, um, the first, well, for me, you can tell me your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts. For me, the first day was challenging. Then the second day, it seemed like as the days go further, it gets a little easier.
Yeah, and it got a little easier because we weighed a little bit less.
And then that third day,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it was funny because I remember that the first time we got back into that walking, man, it was hard.
And then the third day, I feel like I could have went without, went with just drinking water or whatever, however we were doing. I think it was more liquids, clear liquids, water, stuff like that. It wasn't nothing major. I feel like I could have went further, and I told you that, and you was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can go further too. But we decided to stop it there. Like as we was going, did the 2 days. We was kind of going to the third day, and we didn't even eat that much.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like my stomach's smaller.
Yeah, I think that's part of the fasting, but also too, we were on a ketogenic diet, which helps with that, with the satiation of your appetite. So that helped too. So we kind of did like the double whammy there. But just like he said, the walking got easier. We and you didn't think about it. To lose that much weight in 7 weeks is really commendable as well. I mean, it was hard, but we did it. You
My
know,
goal is not to stop,
right?
so I'm not going to stop. I want to. That's where I think last time we messed up. We kind of got unfocused from it, and then start gaining again, and then paying much attention, and then it just catch up to you. It's gradual, just like gradually losing weight. You gradually gain it, and you don't even know it.
Right.
So the goal is to always keep either a good balance once you stabilize, or just to always have a net loss.
Right.
And just some of the patterns we have right now about walking, trying to do light workout, being more active, and how we eating. If you notice, we never told you what specific foods that we, right, that we supposed to eat. We just talked about how we ate.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we didn't try to kill our food, and when I say that, I mean eat it fast and then whatever, made a big difference. And I noticed you too, you didn't, and you can kind of tell me your experience with it. You didn't, even though you dare, you don't eat a lot of sugary foods and stuff like that. You still didn't eat a ton of whatever, whether it was something really healthy or not. You just was very careful about how you ate, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because my goal in this is to, you know, weight loss done. Let's say the weight loss done. Get to my goal weight, and I'm there. What's going to be very important is the fact that we, or I, and we make those permanent changes and making sure that we don't go back to eating every day as though we're not conscious of the foods that's going in our mouths or the things that we're drinking. Or also self care. When you're under a lot of stress, you got to manage that stress because to me, when you're not managing the stress, you got certain hormones and stuff that'll kick in. The cortisol will start storing in your body because sometimes I mean,
Now
it's very
remind me, I kind of know, but just for everybody else, what is a cortisol?
cortisol is a hormone and fat. It's like a fat hormone. And I think I'm right. So what I gotta do, he asked about cortisol. I need to get him the right definition for it. I'm gonna say fat hormone,
Yeah,
but I
obviously
could
I
be
know it's,
wrong.
yeah. We'll just look at it. It's not a big deal. We'll just pull it up. That's what most people do on there, on these podcasts anyway. They just pull it up when they talk about it. But if that's something to do with fat, I definitely have mine kick in sometimes because I'll tell you this. I feel like, and then you guys can probably imagine this. Sometimes I feel like I have days where I'm okay with not almost eating anything. Like I'm okay if I don't eat anything. I don't mind just drinking some water or drinking a liquid or whatever. And that may be like a day or two. I feel like that. And then all of a sudden I have a day where like it's something very specific I would like to have. And that's why I say, if you want something very specific, taste it. but you don't have to destroy it. You don't have to overeat it. Taste it and take your time eating it. If it's a burger that you had in your mind that you wanted to eat, take your time eating that burger. You might find that if you take your time eating it and you got the craving for it out, you may only eat half of it, but at least you ate it. You ate you got rid of the craving. And you'll find that you're not overeating. You'll find that you still feel pretty good. You still feel like exercising, working, or doing something, and you didn't overeat it, and you don't feel like you're lethargic now.
Right.
And you got what they call that itis. And I know what that means. You can look that up. That's that feeling when you feel like you're about to go into some sleep.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, cortisol is a steroid hormone that your adrenal glands, the endocrine glands on top of your kidney produce and release, and affects several aspects of your body. Mainly helps regulate your body's response to stress. So when you're stressed out, that's what
Cravings kick in.
yeah. So that's why I was trying to say I shouldn't say it's a fat hormone, but it is a hormone.
Well, in the end, well, it's okay because in the end, it can help you. It can get you to producing fat, and it can in the end because you'll start wanting to crave you eat. You don't really have anywhere to store it, so the energy is stored into your fat cells. Now it's fat. So in the end, cortisol can give you some fat if you don't burn it.
Yeah. So it helps you manage stress, but sometimes if you're overly stressed, you know where that fat goes here.
And to be honest, that
goes to the stomach.
Yeah,
that came.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it goes to the fat and other parts of the body. So yeah.
Yeah, so that came back to what you were saying when you was having some of the struggles you was having earlier, because hormones are different in men and women. You can connect to the cortisol and why she had to make adjustments with some of the plan and why it went that way. Because when you stress, your body is going to look for ways to calm the stress. Well, one of the easiest ways for me, or any human, most humans, to calm a stress is to find something that they crave or enjoy. That helps start subsiding the cortisol and cortisone levels and things like that. But if we're not as active, that's why I say walking or movement, or some kind of activity is so important, because that helps, doesn't give a chance for the intake of energy to settle and store somewhere if you're still moving around. But it's hard to do all the time when you stressing. Now you got to do some activity. That may be more stressful too.
Right. I know it is very stressful. All right, before we go, one of the things that I want to say is that we got one more week on keto. So what we're going to do after that, we're going to still be low carb, but we're going to start introducing back some good foods back into our, to our plate. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, at this moment, I have about 25 pounds to go to lose. So the rest of those pounds are going to be lost, basically us fasting and then keeping to a low carb way of eating. Not keto, but a low carb way of eating.
My goal is for both of us, by the time we've kind of stabilized, is both of us to report that we've lost over 30. That's what I think. I feel it.
Yeah, so I, throughout this whole time, is going to have a 45 pound weight loss.
I'm saying before we hit to the mid-March.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes,
now
definitely.
that I'm here
well,
to
I'm
the 20 loss, I'm like, I could do 30.
I would say 30 pounds would be great for me. We'll see. But my goal is to be at a 25-pound weight loss by the middle of the month. The middle of the month. We'll see. We'll see.
You just never know. You do not know. But guys, thank you once again for joining us on the Spice.
Thank you. Spice. Live. Bye-bye.